there you guys are. I heard you were coming and I need your help. I'm trying to pack for my trip to go to all 7 continents today, but I am not really sure where my stuff is. So we're going to be searching around, but before we do, maybe we can get into a little bit of stretches while we're searching. So these are going to be some stretches that are great for us while we're on our plane ride over to our first stop. Maybe we'll do a little spinal twist to start. Let's sit on the ground so our feet are planted firmly. And we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of spinal twist. And first and foremost, I need my suitcase. It's red. So if you happen to see it, shout it out for me. I'm going to need that to pack all of my stuff. I have to get going to the airport soon. And this stretch right here, these little spinal twists that we're doing together, need your help here, are going to be awesome while we're on our plane ride. What's that? You see my suitcase? Where is it? Oh, it's right over here. Perfect. We're going to leave that right here. We'll get into our next stretches. As we look for my passport, let's do our arm stretches, pulling one arm across and then switching sides. We're going to keep switching sides back and forth. Another great stretch for on that plane ride over to our first stop. And if you happen to see my passport, it's blue, has some gold lettering, and I'm going to need that to fly internationally. Let's keep switching side to side. Maybe bringing our arm up overhead as we search. Do you guys happen to see it? What'd you say? Right over, it's right here next to me on the couch. That is what I'm going to need to be flying. Let's go overhead with the other arm. Last but not least, I am going to need my neck pillow. You guys know, sleeping on the plane, sleeping in a car, sleeping on any form of transportation, your neck can get super sore. So let's go ahead and find that neck pillow so that I can sleep on the plane ride over. It's going to be a long flight. Do you guys happen to see my neck pillow? It's red and it's shaped like the letter U. You guys see it? It's right behind me. I need to do better searching around my house. That way I'm ready to go. All right, guys, I think we have everything we need. We're all already stretched out. Let's make our way over to the airport. We made it, guys. We made it to South America. We're here in the Amazon rainforest right now. And although we made it onto the plane just in time and made our way over here, and fortunately I did my stretches beforehand to make sure that I was comfortable on the flight, I'm looking for a few more items here. While we search for them, maybe we can get down here on the ground and we can do our bug movement. It's a great way to strengthen our core and strengthen our shoulders and get some mobility in our hips. We're gonna lay on our backs, and I'm looking for 3 items here. Definitely need my bug spray, which is green and orange. I need my rain boots, so those are blue. And then I have my raincoat somewhere, and I don't want to be getting wet out here, and that's pink. So keep an eye out for those while we do our bug movements here. We're gonna lay on our backs, our knees are over our hips, our arms are straight up towards the sky, straight up as high as these trees, and we're gonna alternate right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. While we search, do you guys happen to see my rain boots anywhere? I'll definitely need those stomping around. Let's do 2 more on each side for these bugs while we look left and right for my rain boots. What's that? You guys see them? Right next to me. Whew, perfect. I don't want my feet getting wet. You guys are the best. Maybe while we search for my raincoat, we can come into tree pose, standing as tall as the trees here in the rainforest. We're gonna stand nice and tall together. We're gonna place our leg on the inside, our left leg on the inside of our right here, and we're gonna have our hands pressed together in the middle. Maybe if you're feeling good, you can bring that foot up higher to the inside of your leg. I'm here in my rain boots, and I'm gonna bring my arms nice and wide like the branches of the trees. Do you guys happen to see my raincoat anywhere? What's that? Right behind me, of course. Oh my goodness, stay tall in those trees. I don't want you falling down. We're gonna stay tall in this tree pose, moving our branches around a little bit. Let's go ahead and switch sides. While we're switching sides, keep an eye out for my bug spray. We're standing nice and tall here, working on our balance, right? Maybe moving those branches to add a little extra challenge. Do you happen to see my bug spray anywhere? I'm gonna need that with all the bugs out here. Right? Oh, you guys are the best. It's right here. Awesome. I think we're good to go. We can move on to our next adventure. Whew, guys, we've made it to Antarctica. Welcome to my igloo. We're in here trying to stay warm because I have misplaced my gloves and my jacket. but I'm also missing my skis. So we're gonna need to look for those things. While we're here, why don't we do some movements? Should make us feel good after all of this traveling that we've been doing. We're first gonna try out our sliding penguin. We're gonna lift our chest off the ground, and then if you can, you're gonna grab your ankles. If you're not able to grab your ankles, that's fine. You can release your legs and just lift your chest off the ground, engaging your bottom, engaging your back, and lifting and sliding like a penguin on your belly. Now first, I'd like to find my gloves because my hands are getting pretty cold. So if you guys happen to see them around, that would be great. We're gonna hold our sliding penguin. What's that? You see my gloves around? Oh, awesome. You guys are great. Let me throw those on, get my hands nice and warm. I'll have my fire going over here, so it's been pretty chilly. Now we can search for my jacket. It's gray, and you should probably see it around somewhere because I know I had it in my igloo last I saw it. We're gonna do our seal. This is gonna be our seal pose. We're gonna lift our chest off the ground, similar to our penguin, but now our hands are gonna be right next to us, and we're gonna press the ground away. All right, you can either do that repetition, or you can just hold yourself up, pressing your legs into the ground and lifting your chest as we look for my jacket. You guys happen to see it? Right behind me. Oh, you guys are the best, truly. Thank you so much for your help. Let me throw this on. Get myself nice and warm. It's been pretty chilly since I've been here. And last but not least, we're gonna need to find my skis so I can get myself onto the next continent. That's my favorite form of travel out here in the snow. We're gonna go into our polar bear pose. We're gonna spread our knees away from each other, pressing our toes together, and we're gonna lounge out with our arms straight out in front of us and roll up like a polar bear when the wind's coming. Woo, maybe poking your head up a little bit, see if you can find my skis. What? You see them? Out here. My goodness, we've made it all the way to Africa, and we're gonna be going on a safari today. But before we go on our safari, I want my sunglasses, I'm gonna need some sunscreen, and I definitely love to have my hat to keep my face shaded in this heat. Hopefully we'll see some animals today. While we're searching for my things, maybe you guys can join me in some animal poses of some animals that we'll be seeing later today. So we're gonna start with one called Dancing Lion. We're gonna put our hands right beneath our shoulders, our knees beneath our hips, and now we're gonna move our hips in a circle for a Dancing Lion. Sending your hips in a big circle and be changing the direction. First, let's find my sunscreen. That will be helpful for this heat. It's orange, so if you happen to see it, just shout it out for me while we continue our Dancing Lion. What? What's that? Oh my goodness, right over here. Perfect. Definitely gonna put some on so I can make sure that I'm protected out here in the sun. You guys are the best. Next, let's look for my sunglasses while we do our elephant pose. We're gonna stand up here, putting our feet nice and wide. This is our trunk with our arms, okay? And we're gonna move our elephant trunk all around, maybe just side to side, maybe forward and back. And if you'd like to, you can get a little bit funky with it and move it around a little bit more, making whatever sound an elephant makes. There we go, guys. And we're looking for my sunglasses. So if you see them, let me know. Maybe moving your elephant trunk around so you can see those sunglasses. What's that? Oh, right there. Perfect. Gonna need those in the sun today. Awesome, guys. And of course, we're just looking for my hat here. So we're gonna come into our runner's lunge. Just like a cheetah is fast, we're gonna get into our starting position for our runner's lunge. So we're gonna be fast just like a cheetah. We have our knee over our ankle, our back leg nice and long, and maybe we can pulse forward with that knee and switch sides when we look for my hat. It's a black hat, so it should be around somewhere. Right? What'd you say? Oh, right behind me. Perfect. That's the last thing I needed. Awesome, we can get started on that safari. Let's go. Guys, that safari was awesome, wasn't it? We're here now in Italy. We have a few items for me to find here. I need my shoes because I'm gonna be doing a lot of walking, and I have a map somewhere that I would like to have with me because I'm not familiar with these streets. One of the cool things that we can do here in Italy is go for a boat ride. So we're gonna do our boat pose while we look for our shoes. We're gonna come over here to the ground. We're gonna lay here, lifting our chest similar like we did for our penguin, except this time we're gonna grab our ankles and lift our chest. Maybe you can rock your boat back and forth. Maybe your boat stays still in the water. Now, we need my shoes. Again, I'm gonna be doing a lot of walking. We're gonna hold our boat pose, maybe releasing one side and then the other. I'm gonna be staying here and holding on, flexing those toes away. You see my shoes? Oh, right there. Perfect. You guys are the best. Let me throw those on. That way I have my feet protected for all the walking we're gonna be doing. And another simple pose for us to do while we search for our map is one where we just lay on the ground here. It's a very common yoga pose, and we're gonna do some stargazing while we're here. It's getting a little bit later, so we can look up to those stars and maybe see a shooting star. We're gonna lay down on the ground, looking towards the ceiling, stretching our limbs nice and long, maybe reaching our arms up overhead, reaching opposite ways, and look for that map. What's that? You see it up behind me? Oh, over here on the wall. Perfect. Oh, we are gonna need this so we can find which way we're going next. All right, let's go. Woo! Guys, we have been climbing and we have made it all the way to the top of Mount Everest here in Asia. My goodness, it has been quite the climb, and I've done a lot of it without my hiking poles or without my backpack, and I'm definitely gonna need those. So we're gonna get into some of these poses here to work on stretching out everything that we've been working since we started climbing. We're gonna start with our mountain pose. That one's pretty simple. I think I'm gonna climb a little bit higher so you can see me a bit better, but we're just gonna be standing nice and tall. So let's climb a little bit higher and we'll get into that mountain pose. All right, guys, standing as tall as possible. We're standing right here at the top of our mountain, and it's as simple as putting your hand down at your side and standing as tall as you can. Awesome, you guys look great. How strong can your mountain be? Do you guys happen to see my backpack anywhere? I'm definitely gonna need that. All my food's in there and I am ready for a snack. What's that? Oh, a little bit lower, hidden behind one of the rocks. You guys are the absolute best. I'm gonna throw this on, and maybe while we search for my hiking poles, maybe we can go into another mountain type pose. We're gonna stand nice and tall, and then we're gonna reach our hands towards the ground, sending our hips towards the ceiling, and making ourselves into a triangle here. How strong can your mountain be? Press your feet into the ground, press your hands into the ground. Oh, you guys look awesome. We're looking for my hiking poles. Oh, you see them? Oh, they're a little bit further down. Perfect. That makes climbing so much easier. Okay, great. I have my hiking poles now. Let's head back to the top of the mountain here, and we're gonna do one final pose while we're here. This one is called Lotus. We're gonna sit cross-legged on the ground, sitting nice and tall, and that's as simple as it is, and we can relax here for a moment after all of our climbing. All right, guys, we've made it to 6 continents so far. We have one more to go. What continent have we? We're here in Australia. This is the last continent we have to see before we head back home. And of course, with heading back home, I'm gonna need to find all my belongings again. I'm gonna need my suitcase, I'm gonna need my passport, and I'm definitely gonna need that neck pillow because the flight home from here is awfully long. While we search for those things, maybe we can come into a cobra or snake pose. There's a lot of snakes here in Australia. We're gonna lay on our bellies again. We're gonna put our hands at our side and we're gonna lift just a little bit. Not as high as we did for our penguins in Antarctica, but just a little bit, lifting our chest off the ground. Maybe this time we can find my neck pillow first. What'd you say? Oh, right behind me. Oh my goodness, you guys have gotten quicker and quicker with finding everything for me, and I really appreciate it. You guys are the absolute best. Let's jump into the water here while we're in Australia. We can go for a little bit of a swim. We're gonna lift our chest off the ground, reach our arms long, reach our legs long behind us, and we're gonna swim those arms and those legs up and down while we search for my passport. Again, it's blue and it's cold. If you see it, let me know. What's that? You see it? Oh, there it is, right over in front of me. Y'all are the best. And last but not least, we're gonna need my suitcase. I'm gonna hold my passport nice and close, have my neck pillow here. We're gonna come into a lizard pose. We're gonna reach those arms or those legs nice and long, and unlike our long lunge like we did in Africa, we're gonna drop to our forearms. Beautiful, nice long lizard. Let's go ahead and switch sides. Awesome, guys. What's that? You see my suitcase? Ah, right there. Oh my goodness. Guys, we've been to all 7 continents, and you have been awesome. Thank you so much for your help. I guess it's time to head home. I'll see you guys next time.